All right, you're doing it.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Okay, so go back to month four. Okay, so the 15th roughly was the calf incident. And then the 24th, here comes Moses. Everybody's in big trouble. I loved it that he ground it to powder and made them drink the gold.
Yeah.
That's that's kind of funny.
Oops.
Oh, Linda made up a great or came up with a great point. So this golden calf incident too is when the sons of Levi came forward and began to be different or special out of the tribes of Israel. So if you go on to Exodus 32 verse 28, so the sons of Levi, um, so 26, Moses stood in the entrance of the camp, so he's furious, and rightly so. Whoever is on the eternal side, come to me. And all the sons of Levi gathered themselves together to him. So this is when Levi began to, become the leaders. And then they were told, thus says the eternal Elohim of Israel, let every man put his sword on his side and go in and out from the entrance to the entrance throughout the camp. And let every man kill his brother, and every man his companion, and every man his neighbor. So the sons of Levi did according to the word of Moses, and about 3,000 men of the people fell that day. And then, so consecrate yourselves today to the eternal, that he may bestow on you a blessing this day, for every man has opposed his son and his brother. So, I mean, that had to be tough for the Levites to do that,
Yeah.
but they obeyed the father, right? Um,
Yep.
so I think it's interesting that that's when Levi started to be set apart. And then Linda remembered that Levi, the original fella, he was born on the first day of the first month, right, Linda?
That's right.
That I'm guessing that came out of Jubilees.
Yes. I can give you the reference for it. Hang on.
So Aaron.
Yep. No, Levi.
Levi,
Oh,
the father, the
okay.
original Levi of Jacob.
Jubilees 28:14.
So he's kind of the first of Israel, and that's interesting. He was born at the first of the year at the lighting up of the temple, right?
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty neat. So, and then somebody made the point, what Aaron did is not it is absolutely mind-blowing what Aaron did. So, kind of on the realm of King David. That just shows the mercy of the Father, right? If you give him true, heartfelt repentance and have good, righteous friends that pray for you, like Moses did. So no matter how bad you fall on your face, there's still hope, I guess, is my point, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Aaron was very fortunate in Moshe.
Yes.
So, Deborah, is the point of this to just go over any biblical dates coinciding with the calendar, or are you just interested in latter day timelines?
If we go over 1 year and place all the biblical dates on it, then every year is going to be the same thereafter. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Well,
What
absolutely, but that's what I wanted to know. Like, I mean, did you want to be going over all those dates, or are you only interested in latter day dates?
I'm interested in both, but I'll go whatever way you guys want to go. I'm totally flexible. I'm just really
Okay,
excited about this.
just because after I could not find the recording, I have calendars all over the place that I wasn't like I was trying to flip through and keep up with the conversation. But if you guys wanted to write these dates down for 1/1, I'll just give you this scriptural reference. I'll tell you what they are, but if you just want to write down the reference for it,
Give me a sec, give me a sec.
yeah, you have probably most of these, but I have uh, a bunch from Jubilees for 1/1.
Okay, so 1/1.
Everybody ready?
Yep.
Okay. Genesis 1:14 is sun, moon, and stars. So that's 1/1. Genesis 8:13, the floodwaters are dried from the earth. Exodus 40, verse 2, Moses is instructed to set up the tabernacle. Jubilees 5:21 and 22. Am I going too fast? Are you guys okay?
Yeah.
Okay, stop. Just one comment here. Before you go, no, this is good. But you said Exodus 40 verse 2 is setting up the temple on 1/1.
Yeah. Is that no
Okay.
problem?
No, that's not a problem. Something hit me that I wanted to share with y'all, and I keep forgetting to share it. Okay, you know how the straight line shadow it is actually on the equinox day,
Yes.
Hmm.
which is not 1/1, but day 364.
Right.
So do
Right.
you see how Moses would have marked it the day before because that is the straight line shadow. And so you got to know where to put it before you start building it, right?
Oh, interesting
That
point.
makes perfect sense.
Because
He
so
saw,
what you're saying is Moses was able to find due east based on the equinox, like the
boom,
equinox straight shadow.
the
Wow.
day before on the straight line shadow is where he marked due east so he could begin building the temple on 1/1. To
Very-
me, there's that smoking gun gun that we are correct about which day is 1/1. It is not the straight line shadow.
Yeah, that's really something.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
It
That
is.
hit
Yeah.
me. You've watched people build houses. What do they do first? They put out
The
stakes.
plumb line. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. They put out the stakes. Then they start the digging. Well, you cannot put out the stake for due east until you've seen the straight line shadow, which happened day 364.
Mhm.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay,
Okay,
so
carry on.
Jubilees
Well, can
5:21.
I hold
Oh,
on just to elaborate a little on that too? Okay, so let's look if we're looking at 2025 and you've got the straight line as day 364. How do you work in the null and the void days?
it's
If
the
if
same as before.
if day 3 is 364, where do these got then these dates are they not right anymore for the null and void?
They're still right.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
they're
okay,
right.
okay,
Yeah,
thank
they're
you.
right. They're right in Jerusalem where all this is.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
that part I get. I just wanted to make sure that we were still, that's okay.
So
Oh,
Deborah,
yeah, that's what
before,
yeah, that's what we've been doing the whole time is
Okay,
putting the straight line shadow on the
The
day
null day.
360. Yeah.
well,
No,
we used to have
Well,
straight
yeah.
line shadow on day 4, creation day 4, but
mhm,
now the straight line shadow we believe belongs with the equinox.
364.
yeah.
Yeah.
but all the dates stay the same.
And then, okay, so the straight line shadow goes with day 364, not
Yes,
day one. Okay, so when in the morning when they open the doors on day one though. We're still on
correct.
okay, I get
And
it.
the sun is still gonna
It,
come up
yeah.
and light up the whole internal, you
Yeah,
know.
it's still close enough, especially at sunrise. It's gonna fire up the Holy of Holies.
Because
Definitely.
it has to be sunrise. It has, in my
Yes.
mind,
Yes.
it has to be sunrise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
And all that still
Mhm.
works. It's just when you follow scripture, he'll show you what you're doing is correct eventually if you just hang with him. And I think that's why he's blessed us because we've refused to change what scripture tells us to do.
So
Right?
with I think her name's Christina or
Katrina,
what?
Katrina Kahar. Yep.
Katrina. Nothing, you guys are okay. Nothing's changing.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well,
Well,
okay.
not with
Okay,
the
never mind. Maybe
calendar.
that's it for another day.
Not with our
Yeah,
dates. Our
it's for
dates
another
are
day.
not changing.
Right.
I actually, another thing that I have updated in our calendar that's on band is that we have moved the day 8 that's connected to the null day up here on the top left-hand side, and we have moved that to day 7, which is confusing. So I don't know if we want to talk about that now or maybe talk about that later.
So then the leap becomes day 8.
No.
No, no, no,
no.
no. This
Where's
is
day
all
8? Okay,
symbolic.
I'm sorry, maybe we can talk about it later. So
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah.
I think
okay.
we should. Yeah,
We
all
need to
this is
dedicate a
still
full
correct.
study to that, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, we kind of recorded one that might, and then we can answer questions later. But yes, this is correct. So what Katrina does, and we do not agree with it, they state the equinox day, which is the straight line shadow. We agree with her about that, but she claims that's day one or New Year's. And
No.
we
Okay.
disagree because scripture is not in agreement with that. So that's where we diverge from her.
Okay.
But she does have some ideas that are correct. And we started digging into one in particular, and we agree with her on that. But yes, I think we are correct because we have followed scripture. And I was just stating this Exodus 40, verse 2 confirmed that with me when I read over it. And I've been forgetting to share that with you guys.
The other thing that Katrina does that we disagree with that is it's the same thing for Aaron from Remnant of the Light is that they both believe that it is always going to be on March 20th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know that they even have leap years in either of their calendars. I don't know if they don't think that they need them.
They what they do because they tie Equinox Day and Day One to March 20th, which right there should tell you if you're tying anything to a Gregorian date, you're going to be wrong.
Hmm.
So what they do is everything starts with March 20th. So what they're doing, they've tied themselves to the Gregorian calendar and they've tied themselves to the man-made leap year, which is automatically every 4 years. And the next one is automatically in 2028. So
So
that's it.
when you say that, what you're saying is that they're tying to Wednesday so that their Sabbath hits on a Saturday,
Not
No,
Wednesday,
not
but the
just
necessarily.
20th.
March 20th. They've
Okay.
just tied themselves to March 20th and they don't follow the movement of the heavens because of that. And they only
Mm,
do the worldly leap year, not the true watching the real equinox when it actually hits and making the years leap when Yah says to make the years leap, which
I see.
occasionally is every 5.
Right. And the sad thing is when the Gregorian calendar goes away, and we know it will,
They're
those
hoping.
relying on that Gregorian calendar are going to be at a loss because it's not there anymore. So now they'll have to look at or be taught. I'm thinking they'll end up being retaught the calendar.
Yeah. But as of right now, say the calendar went away today, they would be relying on the equinox. But unfortunately, as of right now, they are putting they're making day one equinox day, which we just,
Yeah, which, yeah,
Is wrong.
they're
We
gonna have
believe it's
to relearn
wrong.
it. Yeah.
Yep. Sorry for that rabbit trail, but I did want to share that.
No, that was
connected.
good. I love rabbit trails.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
All
why
right.
we're here.
So, what was the last Jubilee reference I gave you for the first? Does anybody remember?
521 and 22.
521.
Okay, so that was the building of the ark. And then Jubilees 530, the tops of the mountains are seen after the flood. And then Jubilee 623, Noah declares the days of remembrance. And then Jubilees 7, verses 2 through 10, Noah gets drunk on the day of remembrance. And then Jubilees 24, 22 to 27, Yahweh appears to Isaac in the night.
What was that again?
Jubilees 24, verses 22 to 27.
Okay. And these are all on the first day of the first month?
Yep. And then Jubilees 27:19. Jacob dreams of the ladder in Bethel, and Yahweh promises Jacob the land. And then Jubilees 28:14 is the reference to Levi's birth. And then Ezra 10:17, that's the day that the priests, they were divorced from their estranged wives. Ezekiel 29:17, the king of Babylon will take Egypt. And Ezekiel 45:18, the instructions on cleansing the sanctuary. And that's it.
Wow. That's
That's
something.
a lot. I'm sure there's a lot more if we were to look into the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Apocryphal. Oh, that's a lot.
Okay. And then that is the date that has the most references to it, but I just started at the beginning. So do you guys want me to give you the other verses within the first month, or do you want to just pick up where we left off on month 4? Whatever you guys want to do.
And the rest of the verses in month 1?
I will give them to you. It's for the second day of the first month. I have Jubilees 24, verses 23 and to 24. Isaac builds an altar where Abraham built the altar. He offers sacrifices and he redigs Abraham's well of the oath.
Okay, could you
I'm just going to give you the reference. Jubilees 24. If I'm just going to give you the reference, I'm telling you what it is. You don't have, I mean, if you want to, you can, but Jubilees 24, verses 23 and 24.
okay. Jubilees 24, 23, and 24. Okay. I think I was just I kind of fell behind on month 1, day 2. That's all.
Yep.
Okay.
And then Jubilees 24, verse 28, Isaac curses the Philistines unto the day of wrath. And then I have for 1-3, Daniel 10, verse 4. That's when Daniel begins his fast. And then I have on 1-7, Ezekiel 45:20, which I don't even have the note of what that is. So, but we can look that up later. We probably have it already. Then I have day 9 of month 1. John 12, verses 1 through 3, Mary anoints Yahusha's feet. And I just need to elaborate on this a little bit because you might get a different count. But the way I've counted these days, if you count 6 days before Passover, I count the day of the 14th because Passover begins in the evening. So when I'm doing my count, I start on the 14th, inclusively counting that day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the ninth day of the um, first month.
And that was before he rode into the city on the colt.
Can I add one for March, or sorry, for the first month, the seventh day of the first month?
Yeah, please.
That would be Ezekiel 30, verse 20. And that is when Yahuwah goes after Mitzrayim.
Okay, and then I just have for 110 Exodus 12:3. That's bringing in the lamb instructions. Then I have Joshua 4:19. The people come up out of the Jordan and encamped in Gilgal at the east border of Jericho. And then we have Ezekiel 40, verse 1, the vision of measuring the millennial temple.
For 110, it was Joshua what?
Joshua
4:19.
4:19.
Thank you.
And then I have this is as far as I made it, 124, Daniel 10. Daniel sees the vision for the latter days.
10 what?
Te- I have 10:4, but you might be right.
Okay.
You have 10:1?
No, I didn't hear you say 4.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Yeah, so the date 124, it's Daniel 10:4 is what I have.
Okay.
10-4.
10:4.
Copy that.
Sorry, I'm getting giddy.
Yep.
We use a lot of that language when I'm at work. What's your 20?
Do you want to move on down to month 2?
Sure. Wait, let me just look through my notes real quick and make sure I don't have any other days beyond the 24th that I just didn't record. Yeah, I don't think I do. I do have a lot on whatever day this is. Oh, wait. Oh, I do. Guys, I'm sorry. I do have more on day 26. I have a lot.
Ooh,
Okay.
First fruits. Oh yeah, first fruits. There would be a lot.
Yeah. All right. Let me just make sure. I'm going to open up my other calendar to this date too. The 26th. Hold on. Actually, month 1, did I give day 21? Did I give you that?
No.
Okay.
no,
So I have Jubilees 49:23. Uh, I I have here, my note is that celebrated with haste on the shore of the sea, ye completed it. Does anybody know what that is?
Yeah, didn't they finish crossing through the Red Sea on the last day of
Yeah.
unleavened bread?
Yeah, I actually have high Sabbath, last day, Red Sea of the last day of unleavened bread on the Red Sea. Yes. Okay,
Joshua?
and then okay, yeah, that's it. So that was on day 21.
Okay, and what was the address for Joshua?
No, that was Jubilees 4923.
Gotcha. Okay, got it.
Okay, and then uh
You're going to 126.
okay, yeah, and then 126. Let's see. Okay. I have two different calendars that I'm looking at here. So I do have Leviticus 23:28. I have 23, I'm sorry, 29 and 30, so 23 through 28 through 30. And then I have Ruth 122 and Numbers 10:10. Okay, and then I also have John 20 verse 9.
This is still for the 26th day.
Yes.
And that
Uh,
was John what? 20
John
verse 9?
20 verse 9.
Okay.
And then John, okay, and then also verses 17 through 20, and then 24 through 26. I have a note there for that 8 days later. I'm not sure what that means, but
That goes with that goes on the calendar. It shows that there were 8 days between Yahushua's resurrection and first fruits.
mm,
It proves the 8 days
that's right.
between.
That's right.
And Acts 20, verse 7 also. That's when Paul did his journey. And then the days of unleavened bread. And then now on the first day of the week, when the disciples came together to break bread, that was first fruits.
Wait, what was the address? I'm sorry, Acts 20 verse, what did you, 7?
7.
Thank you. Okay, and did I read to you guys Luke 24 verses 39 and 40?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Okay, and then also Matthew 28 verse 17,
That was Luke 29:30.
Luke 24 30 verses 39 and 40.
Okay, and then Matthew.
I have Matthew 28 verse 17, and then I have Mark 16 verse 12 and 14. And then I have First Corinthians 15 20 through 23. And then I also have Romans 8:23. And I also have Exodus 23:19. And I have Nehemiah 10:35 through 37. And I have Sirach 2, but I don't have a verse, unfortunately. Maybe it's the whole chapter. Okay, guys, I'm sorry, I have more. I have Roman. Okay, so next to Romans, we have 8:23 already, but I also have 11:16 and 16 verse 5. Oh wait, and I have more. Sorry, there's still
But wait, there's more.
I know. I have back to John. I'm kind of going out of order. I'm sorry. John 15:15. And then James 1:18. And then Revelation 14:4. And that's all I have for month one.
For 126.
Yep.
Well, one thing about it, first fruits is really special.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you have?
That's it. Sorry. I wish I had more.
Okay. Revelation 14:4. Okay, first fruits. Yeah. But we know that that event actually happens on Yom Teruah. Okay. So you're just saying it mentions first fruits, right?
Maybe, yeah, these are just, I mean, this is my calendar from year, what is this? 2024.
Okay. Yeah. It just mentions first fruits. But
Okay.
what yeah, but they're standing on that sea of glass on Yom Teruah.
Okay. Yeah. So guys, you'll
Yeah.
have to go through these and kind of validate these yourselves, but these are ones that at least have the mention of first fruits, I guess.
Gotcha. Okay. Wow, thank you.
Sure.
All right. So there's month two. I'll try to follow from my notes and make sure we don't put anything down we had from yesterday.
Oh, I wish you would. Sorry.
Okay. I'm ready.
Me too.
All right. I'll start with day one. I have numbers 1, 1 and 1
Yep.
and verse 18.
Okay.
Um, and then I have Jubilees 5:23. And then I also have Enoch is born on Jubilees 4:20. 4 verse 20,
He was born the first day of the second month.
according to my notes.
Oh, wow.
Anybody else have anything for day one?
Mm-mm.
Wait, uh, is okay, Jubilees. Okay, 5:23. Just I have the note here on my other calendar that that's the day that Noah entered the ark. The second day, first day of the first, second month?
No, that would be
No?
the 17th day of the second month.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys interested in me looking up what that is?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jubilees
yes, that would be
5:23.
good.
All right. Let's see. Okay. And he entered in the 6th year thereof in the second month on the new moon of the second month till the 16th. And he entered, and all that we brought to him into the ark, Yahuwah closed it from without on the 17th evening.
There you go.
But it's
He shut the door on the 17th.
right, but he entered on the new moon of the second month.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So if he said it was the new moon, it would be the first day.
Right, that's where we are.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. I'm being dumb. Sorry.
That's no, it's okay.
Wow.
So
He spent that long inside the ark.
yeah, that's kind of sad because that's a long time to stay in there. But I think he did for his safety because I think people were probably,
Throwing
the
rocks at him.
animals were coming and, people were
Oh,
starting
that too.
to
Oh,
figure
can you
stuff out.
imagine? Those animals probably knew something was gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
They know, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, there's a story about a lioness that came with her two cubs and they all bowed down before Noah and Noah picked the two cubs and the two cubs ended up chasing their mother off
Wow.
because yeah, she wasn't picked.
I've
You know,
heard
and
that.
just having animals, it would make sense to give him some time to try to really organize things and settle everybody down and get into the routine.
That could
But
be too.
I can't even imagine what he was doing
Practice.
there.
getting used to mucking, yeah.
So
There may not have been much to muck.
the
What's
new
that?
moon, I'm sorry. The new moon means the first day of the month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It technically means new month. That new moon term, they've mistranslated. And how you know the difference is in when if you look at the Hebrew, your rock is moon, and what's the word for month? Hodesh.
Dash.
Thank you. That's Hodesh, yeah. So it says new Hodesh, and that means month. But the translators mistranslated. Now, were they deceived or up to no good? I think a lot of it was up to no good myself, but
That's me personally too, because people want to fight about that.
yeah, you can't be that dumb. Well, what I mean is if you really know Hebrew.
Well, I thought I knew it was new month, but I didn't realize it was would be the first day of the new month. I never put
Well,
that together, I guess.
right. Yeah, when you read in Jubilees, I think it might be in chapter 4 where it talks about the new moon of the 7th month or the new moon of the 1st month. We know that on the first days of those months, something there's something amazing that happens. Like we know that Yom Teruah is the first day, even though in Jubilees it'll say in the new moon, we know that it's the first day. It's not whatever the phase, it's not the rock. It's
Right.
not
Yeah.
Urayak. Yeah.
Okay, for 2-2, I have Second Chronicles 3-2. And then for 2-3, I have Second Chronicles 30, verse 15.
30 verse what?
15.
Thank you.
And then uh this is getting confusing the way I'm like, because I have to like okay, let's see.
Can you please repeat that first, Second Chronicles address you gave?
Yeah, so that was for the date 2-2. It was Second Chronicles 3, verse 2.
Thank you.
Okay, and then I don't have anything. Does anybody have anything until I have day 14 is the next date that I have. Does anybody have anything between 3
I,
and 2:14?
I actually have that that Solomon's temple began construction within the second month, but I don't have an exact day of the second month, and that's First Kings 6:1.
Yeah, I don't think they gave a date though. But I do agree there was something there that said in the
But
second month he began like 430 or 480 years later. Maybe I'm wrong, but
And what was that verse again?
I have First Kings 6:1.
6:1. Okay.
But please, I could be completely wrong on what I'm getting.
Yeah, I'm not guaranteeing any of my notes here either. I'm just sharing what I have in my calendars that I've been
right. No,
collecting.
you are right, Deborah. It does say in the second new month, but it doesn't say when. It doesn't say what day in the second month. We just know that he started to build it.
Does it say new month? It might be the first.
in the new month of Ziv. Could be.
Yeah, I think it probably is.
Would make sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on, you guys. I'm so sorry. The way this is. Okay, hold on. Day two. Day two is Second Chronicles 3:2. Then I'm so sorry. I think I said to you that it was 2:3 was Second Chronicles 30:15, but it's actually 2:9.
Hey, not a problem.
My bad.
Okay, 2:9,
Yeah, you got it. And then
not 30:15.
yep. And then
Okay.
So
2:10 is numbers 10, 11.
Do what now?
2:10,
Oh, 2:10. Okay.
the
Oh,
date 2:10 is numbers 10, verse 11.
okay.
but I'm sorry, can we
Second
go
Chronicles.
back to that temple? Are you saying that the temple, there is a date? It's the
No,
first
I
day of the
actually
second month?
I just have addresses. I don't know exactly what they are. I'm just giving you the reference that I have that I have connected to this date. So
But Deborah, we do think because it says that the new second month or the new month in the second month, we do think it's 6/1. I'm sorry, the first day of the second month.
So on the 10th day of the second month, 10:11, was that 1 Kings?
Numbers.
Numbers. Thank you.
guys, I gotta look up Second Chronicles 30:15 because I have it on two different dates. That's why I got confused. So it definitely is a reference to something within the second month, but let me just before I might have been right the first time. Let's see. Second Chronicles 30:15. Then they killed the Passover. So that's the 14th for sure, right? They killed the
Yeah.
Passover on
Yeah.
the 14th day, the second month, and the priests and the Levites were ashamed and sanctified themselves and brought in the burnt offerings into the house of Yahweh. So that happened definitely on 114, right? Why do I
Well, it's the second Passover, so it would be 2/14.
have?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. On the 14th day of the second month. Okay, so
Yeah.
that why did I have it? I had it on two completely wrong days. Okay, so all right, so it's not either of those days that I said before. It's 214. I hope the rest of these days are right, guys. I'm so sorry.
You know what this reminds me of? Where it says, and the priests and the Levites were ashamed and set themselves apart. What did we just read? That I believe it's in Ezekiel where the Zadok priests they would be ashamed of what they had done. Maybe not just the Zadoks, but I'm thinking all the people. The people were
Yeah,
very ashamed of
Israel.
what they had done, and they wanted to move forward toward Yahuwah all out. I like those little reminders. Sorry.
So they also kept the unleavened bread in the second month.
No,
Oh, yeah, I think we studied that out. That
Yeah, they did, but you're not supposed to
Right. Right.
unless you miss, I think they were just coming back in, getting right with them. So,
Well, the reason why it just caught my attention reading it was because when we talked a while back about the second Passover, and I think we were talking about with Joshua. If it was the second Passover, they wouldn't be doing the unleavened bread; they would just be doing the Passover, unless I'm
yeah,
remembering incorrectly.
right. Yeah, because they did celebrate the first Passover, not the second. See, I used to think that too. And then after having a long discussion with Mitzi and Linda, I got right.
Okay, guys, I do not know what's going on with my calendars because I have a lot of these dates in the wrong places, a lot of the references anyway. I gave you numbers 10, 11. The date that's associated with that is 2/20, second month, 20th day. Please forgive me for any confusion I have caused.
Oh, that's all right. I do that all the time.
Like, I'm gonna tape my mouth shut till I look these verses up, I feel like. But it's gonna take a lot of time because there's so many of them. Okay, so Christina, remember, I just want to like before I go, okay, Noah was in the ark.
On the 17th. Oh, he was there on the first day and he was shut in on the 17th.
Yeah, okay, so I have the reference I have is 523, so maybe that would go with 217.
Yes. So what is the address again? I'm sorry.
It is 523, but I'm gonna read it to you guys. Unless it's the one that I just read. Yeah, okay. Until okay, so he's in there till it says till the 16th, and okay, hold on. He
Okay.
entered in the 6th year thereof, in the second month, on the new moon of the second month, till the 16th. And he entered, and all that we brought to him into the ark, and Yahweh closed it from without on the 17th evening. So sometimes I feel like there is an angel that is writing the book of Jubilees, and sometimes I think it is Yahusha that is writing the book of Jubilees. But right here it says Noah entered in the first day of the second month, and he entered in and all that we brought to him into the ark. And then Yahuwah closed it from without on the 17th evening. And then it says Yahuwah. So he closed it on the 17th. And so there's a reference there to the first day of the second month to the 16th day, closed it from without on the 17th day. And then Yahuwah opened the gates is that on that day, I guess, for 40 days and 40 nights on the
Yeah.
16th. Yep.
On that very day is when the deep opened up.
Right. And we also have that in Genesis 7:11. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second new month, the 17th day of the new month, on that day, all the fountains of the great deep were broken up and the windows of the heavens were opened. So that would be 7:11. Why do I think of that crummy store, 7-Eleven?
Yeah, well, I do too. Oh,
I have Jubilees 328. That's the date that Yahweh closed the mouths of the animals. I guess I have a note here. It could be on 4:1. We don't, I guess there's an argument whether or not, should we go there? Jubilees 328 and read it? See what we
And
think.
this is for what day?
Well, in my notes, I'm kind of can't decide.
Gotcha. Okay. So Jubilees 328.
328 is the verse in question. Okay, so I'm going to go back and read from verse 26. He made for them coats of skin and clothed them and sent them from the Garden of Eden. Verse 27. And on that day on which Adam went forth from the garden, he offered a sweet savor and offering frankincense, galbanum, and stacked and spices in the morning with the rising of the sun from the day when he covered his shame. And on that day was the mouths of all the beasts and the cattle and of the birds and of whatever walked and whatever moved, so that they could no longer speak, for they had all spoken one with another with one lip and with one tongue.
That sounds like 4-1 to me.
Yeah.
And that would be the same day that Joseph was born.
All right. So I'll put a pin in that note for, because I do have or 4-1. Okay. So let me just 4-1, Jubilees. Okay. Okay. So what date are we on right now? Are we on 2/17?
Yeah. Do we have anything else for 2/16?
Quail.
Yes, we do. And also on the 23rd.
Wait,
Let's
Yep.
see.
what's,
Also,
sorry,
verse 7 of Exodus, I think, what is it, 32:7, when it says on the morrow, which
tell
would
me,
be the
I'm
Sabbath.
sorry, can you go through okay, so for 2/16, what are the references, Christina?
Okay, so let me go to 2/16 real quick. All right, so um well, 2/16 is a Sabbath. That would be Exodus.
16?
16, well, it doesn't tell you the 16th, but you figure it out from 16:1.
Yeah,
But then Exodus 16:12, twilight you shall eat meat.
right,
And that's the Sabbath day, which is the 16th.
right. And that would also go to Exodus 16:7. And in the morning, which is the seventh day, you shall see the esteem of Yahuwah. He hears your grumblings, and then you go into the quail.
Verse 8, and you eat meat in the evening.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm really glad you brought all that up, Deborah. That's just neat.
Okay, I also have, what does this say? Genesis 6:14. Did anybody else say that one?
Genesis 6:14 for which date?
I'm sorry, I'm skipping forward to day 17.
Oh, okay. So I've got Genesis 7:11 for 2/17, and then Genesis which?
6:14.
6:14. Okay.
And then I also have Jubilees 3:17. That's when Satan tempts Eve. Um, do I, guys, I have a whole bunch on this other. Okay, so 3:17, Genesis 3:17. Okay, I also have Jubilees 5:23 and 24, Jubilees 5:31, 5 verse 31, the earth becomes dry.
Hey, hold up. You're going fast.
Sorry,
Jubilees
Jubilees 5,
5:23 through 24. And then after that,
Jubilees chapter 5, verse 31.
okay.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Is this still for the 17th?
Yeah.
Thank you.
My next date I have is for 2/27. Does anybody have anything before then?
Yep. So that would be the Shabbat, and that would be Exodus 16:23.
I'm sorry, for what day are we talking about?
Sabbath, Shabbat.
Which dates?
Oh, that would be the 23rd.
Thank you.
And that would be Exodus 16:23.
Hold on. So I'm sorry, 2/23 is, say the date, the reference again?
Exodus 16, verse 23.
Exodus 16:23. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's getting hot in here.
Okay, and then I have wait, what day did I say? Oh,
Uh,
27, right?
227.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have Genesis 8:14.
I think it's going to surprise us how much time is actually recorded in scripture.
Yeah.
I'm already amazed just with what we have right now.
Well, having a calendar really helps to decipher it all because before it was just words. But wow, being able to apply it to the calendar is amazing.
Yo, I still can't get over this down here with Exodus 16. Verse 7 is the Sabbath, and
Yeah,
their Sabbath number 7 of the year.
yeah.
I, do y'all see how much this confirms about everything? This
Hmm.
just blows my mind.
Yep,
Um, does this line up with the other people's Zadocs?
it does.
Okay,
It only because they use the same calendar, but
right,
but they have the week.
messed
They
up.
add right,
Mm.
I
right.
gotcha.
So it's the same thing. The lunar calendar, no way.
Never, yeah,
Mm-mm. And they keep and see their belief is it's always the 1, 8, 15, 20, whatever that's their Sabbath.
right,
And then that 30, 30, 31 that repeats, four times without the null and the null and void, then they're it's all well, they're on a fixed week, right? I'm thinking of
right.
Ken from Hanging on His Word and George. So this would they would never be able to put these. I guess they could put them on their calendar, but it wouldn't apply to. They wouldn't see what we're seeing.
Hey, Deborah, it would not work on the people ignoring the Day of Remembrance, the 31st day. And Nick Vanderland he ignores the 31st day
Yeah,
completely.
Ken doesn't, but yeah, wow,
Well,
crazy
George
stuff, huh?
Newbert still keeps evening to evening.
And that too.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
So
I didn't
there's
know that Nick ignored the 31st day. I don't listen to him very often, but interesting.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't agree with Enoch. So, which is too bad because it puts his Yom Teruah 2 days too soon.
Mm. Well, then
yeah,
everything would be
and
messed
like
up thereafter.
yeah, everything after the first 30, 30, 31 is messed up. This wouldn't be for him, but I hear what you're saying.
It starts to go haywire after the summer solstice,
Yeah.
or actually just before.
Hmm. Wow.
Anyway, I just think that is so neat.
It's I think it's just beautiful. In fact, I did that presentation at the beginning of the year in 2024 for everybody, showing them, but it didn't go very far. But then again, I was on the wrong calendar.
Hopefully, we're homing it in.
Yeah, we're reeling it in, all right.
Okay, does anybody have anything before 3-1?
No,
Okay, I have for 3-1 Ezekiel 31:1. And then I also have Jubilees 44:1, but this reference for Jubilees 44:1 also ties to 3:7. Does anybody have anything before 3:7?
no.
Okay, so I'll read Jubilees 44:1. And Israel took of his journey from Haran, from his house on the new moon of the third month, which is 3-1. And he went on the way of the well of the oath. And he offered sacrifices to the Elohim of his fathers on the seventh of this month, which would be the Sabbath. So that one verse ties 1-1 and 1-7.
Together. Yeah, cool. Oh, there you go. There's your 17 again.
Oh, cool. And then in my Jubilees, I have a reference to something else. Let me look it up real quick and see. Jubilees 42:20, see if it has to do with a date. Okay, actually, yeah. So Jubilees 42:20 says, and he sent him with them in the second year of this week on the first day of the month, and they came to the land of Egypt with all those who went, and they had presents in their hands, stacked in almond and terebinth nuts and pure honey. Hold on. Is this the right month? In the second year of this week on the first day of the month. I'm not 100% sure that this is the third month. Does anybody know what month that is?
Jubilees 42:20. No, I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Um, yeah, I really do not know, honestly. It doesn't give a month anywhere in this chapter.
Okay.
It gives
That's
us
a good
weeks.
guess, though, Linda.
Yeah.
I'm getting
Took a quick
silly.
stab.
Y'all got Riley passed out over here.
Uh,
She hadn't been feeling good, but
Yeah, it doesn't give any months.
all right.
So I guess we can skip that one for right now.
Okay, so just if you wanted to make another note with Jubilee's 44-1 on month 3, day 7 also.
Okay, I'll just put a question mark here.
Okay, and then my next date that I have something on, I think is the 13th of the 3rd month.
Friday the 13th,
Yep.
6th day the 13th.
You're right. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. It's the same one. Oh, wait, actually, what is this? I've got a couple things for day 8, 3-8.
Okay.
All right, I have 1 Corinthians 16:1. Uh, 1 and 2. Collections for first fruits, it looks like. To celebrate the feast of Shavuot. And then I have on 3/6, the date 3/16. I
Did
have,
we do 313?
oh, I'm sorry, 3/13 is what I meant to say. 3/13 is Jubilee's 29/5. And then I have for 3/14, Jubilee's 44-1 through 3. And then we got a lot for the 15th for Shavuot.
Oh,
Oh
I bet.
boy. Bring it on.
Okay.
Oh, well, 314 is of course Exodus 20 through 24, Mount Sinai when he spoke the law.
Exodus 20, what?
Let me Exodus. Oh, I thought, did we already say that yesterday?
We might
Uh,
have, but just in case that recording got lost into the abortion.
yeah, okay. Exodus 19 verses 16 through, oh, okay, we didn't actually. All right, let me just look it up. All right, so Exodus 19, 16 through all the way through Exodus 24. Um, 24 actually through Exodus, the entire chapter of 23. And then 24, verse 4, starts the morning of 315 or Pentecost.
Wait,
Gotcha.
can you say it again? I'm sorry, Mitzi. Exodus.
Yeah, I know. I boogered that up. Okay, Exodus 19, verse
16.
16. 19 verse 16 through the entire chapter of Exodus 23. And then 315 Pentecost starts up that morning at Exodus 24
4.
verse 4.
So 3:15 is Exodus 24, verse 4, you said?
Yeah, starts in verse 4. And
To
then,
11, right?
yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Now, if anybody wants the last verse for 23, it's 33.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Now, what else we got? Jubilees 16, 17. I'm sorry, Jubilees 6, 17.
Yeah, the rainbow, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we had this from yesterday. Jubilee 6:17, 28:15, 44:4, and then 16:3.
Hold on.
Could you
And
give
then
me the 28:4, did you say?
28:15
Got it. Okay.
and then 44:4 is what I have written down from yesterday.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just going to go over the other references that I have.
Yeah.
Jubilees 29:7. Do we have that one?
Nope.
And then I also have, you said 28:15. That's Judah's being born. Uh, then Jubilees 44, Jubilees 16:13,
Yes. Is that
and then
Isaac being born?
Jubilees 14:1,
Okay.
and then also verses 10 through 11, and then Jubilees 29, verse 7. Did you say Jubilees 15:1?
Nope. We're slackers.
Okay. And then I also have Numbers 28:26.
And then I didn't put scriptures, but we talked about the Mount Hermon pact happened on 3:15.
Oh,
Adam
Enoch.
and then Adam and Eve sinning. And then Acts 1, 1 through 12, Yahusha ascending. And then Genesis 25:33, Esau sells his birthright. And then somebody said Lot's daughters also, them
You're
making
right.
a pact.
We weren't sure about that as the date, but it
I
was
think I think what it was is they made it a pact, you know.
right.
Uh,
The girls
yeah,
definitely made a pact with one another. We're going to do this deed with our father.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And of course, Abraham's death is included in this as well. Oh, the day he sold the birthright, right? That was the funeral dinner.
Okay.
I just don't know. I don't know which verse that is.
Yeah, one of those references I'm sure has it in there.
Right. And we know Yahushua was born on that day.
Yes. How could we have forgotten that?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of different verses that would lead us to that understanding, but there's not one verse that says it's his
No,
birthday.
yeah, we'd have to, yeah.
Well, yeah, I think it can be proven with the um priestly order calendar.
Yeah,
You
we
can,
already did that one.
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's when y'all were knocking me over a head to
Lunar
come out
calendar.
of the lunatic calendar.
We all need a
Well,
little shaking every once in a while from one
Oh
another.
yeah.
well, we're glad you came out of it.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Me too.
Yeah, I'm glad you and Deborah shook us when we couldn't see the Jerusalem.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
And the vice versa with the moving Sabbath. I
Yeah.
feel like an idiot now. It's like, of course, you know, it's
Yeah,
neat.
that is a hard one though, when you're used to something, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, but hey, why are we used to it? Because it's worldly, right?
Yeah.
Duh.
Because everything revolves around it.
You better believe it.
I'm just glad I met a group of ladies who are open to the calendar.
Yeah.
Yeah, the revolving days was really easy for me to get, which is funny because the actual Sabbath being just the daytime is what was hard for me.
Yeah, it's funny. Jesse gets the hard stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, yeah, the moving out of a 24-hour Sabbath, that was, I mean, have I've been convicted of that for a long time, and I've been trying. I have actually, people have left our fellowship because of my conviction on that. I wasn't trying to push it on anyone, but they wouldn't fellowship with me because I had that belief, and so they wouldn't fellowship with me.
Oh
And
wow.
that's crazy. I remember telling my husband, I said, wow, I really like this Linda chick, but she's out there on that Sabbath during the day. I'm like,
I'm glad I'm standing out for being peculiar.
it's just
I
so
don't know, we're
funny though.
getting even more peculiar now.
Well, see, that's
Uh,
what Riley says. It's like,
I
come
was
on,
thinking
y'all
that
get
the
it,
other day.
weirder.
It's like we are the peculiar,
Oh yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, it's like everything. It's like, oh, please don't ask me.
Yeah. No more. Give me. Oh.
But hey,
Peculiar, right. Well, at least it's not peculiar as in weird.
probably pretty peculiar too.
Yeah.
But hey, how blessed are we? That's great.
Yeah, I love it.
Yep.
I do too, but wow, sometimes it's like I don't know. I was on the 24 Sabbath. I was on that fixed week. I get it. It's just I was eating bacon. I was
All those
doing
things.
it all.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hey, it was hard for me coming off the 24-hour Sabbath. But I think once I spoke with Linda and Mitzi and they were showing me scriptures, and then it was like, okay, it's okay. Because I was keeping after I had heard it the first time, I started keeping it 12 hours, but then Jessie brought up her thoughts, and I was like, uh-oh, am I doing it wrong? And then I had to have the talk.
Well, when we were in Karen's study, it was evening to evening, right? Because that's what I was doing, and I was out of my mind with that evening to evening
I
stuff.
think no, I think some of them were. There were still in her group. It was a mixture of
Oh,
the several different Zadocs and the lunar calendar, and
oh my God.
we were evening to evening, but she kept the evening. Um, she kept the evening fellowship for the people who were on the lunar calendar. So
I
that's
didn't
why
know.
we did it in the evening.
And then when it came to the 24-hour Sabbath, I for me it was like whatever because I'm going to sleep through most of it anyway, right? But I remember asking you like, Christine, are you doing the 24 or what? And you're like,
I was
yeah.
because that
And I
was
went,
all I
okay, good.
understood.
Okay,
You don't
then
ever
I'm
want to,
okay.
I understand that feeling. Like, I don't want to withhold 12 hours from the Father. Like, I'm happy to fellowship with him all the time,
Exactly.
but that's scripturally, that's not what he calls set apart. So that's all it is. We can worship him, study him, celebrate him all every day.
7 days a week if we wanted to.
Well, we're supposed to.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
that manna represents, right? You better be feeding on that word every day.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Uh,
and then Linda's study. So I was like, okay, okay, we'll do the day. And then I was reading the New Testament and came across Matthew, right? Matthew 28:1, right, Jesse? And I'm like, okay, here we go again. Here we go. So yeah, I'm back on sunrise to sunset. I'm gonna stay here for a while.
for a
Yeah.
while.
I
Until you find scripture that proves a 24-hour Sabbath, stay here. Yeah.
yeah.
You'll be here. You'll be here. Yeah.
I think that quail gun will still be smoking though.
Yeah,
Mhm.
smoking gun.
All right, are we ready to move on to 360?
Hey, Linda, I was gonna ask you, you know that, is it Valerie? What was her name? She was doing this paper trying to understand whether the Sabbath was 20. Was she working on morning to morning or morning to evening? Not Valerie. Debbie.
Beverly, Beverly.
She,
Oh, Linda Valentine?
Valentine.
Yeah,
Oh,
I haven't heard from her in a very long time. So, yeah, I don't know
Okay.
if she found anything else.
Yeah. What was she? I don't remember.
I don't remember either what she was. She was kind of studying. It was kind of the same sort of thing. She was wanted to focus on something, but then it opened up a whole other can of worms, and she was like, "Wow, I'm really starting to like." It was like no matter how tried she tried to like focus on something, she was kept finding something else she wanted to focus on every time she tried to drill into something. So
Now she's Zadok, but keeps the Saturday Sabbath,
yes,
right?
the last I
Okay.
heard, yes, yeah.
Okay. All right.
And she was under the camp of intercalating for a week as well. She was just following along with the God culture was where she was, the last I heard.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
I'll let you know if I hear anything from her again.
Yeah, I was just curious.
Okay, so
Right.
316. Wait, was somebody saying something?
No, no, no. Nope. Keep going.
316, that's the day after Shavuot. We have Jubilees 1-1, Exodus 24:12, and Jubilees 44:5.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, so this is kind of where we are last night in the fourth month. So I had 4-1 Joseph born, but I don't think
Wait,
I
hold
had a.
on. You're in four, we are in the month four?
Oh, you had more for
I don't
three?
know. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hold on. I just want to make sure I
Okay.
don't before I go. I have on day month three, day 22, Luke 2:22. And then I also have 24:16, Exodus 24:16. But that I think that we just realized that no, I think that that actually that Exodus 24:16, that's the reference to Moses coming down after 40 days and 40 nights. So that should be on the 24th, right?
That should be on 4/24.
For oh, 4/24? You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. You're right. Hold on. Let me just read that. Let me make sure. Luke or Exodus 24:16. Oh, okay. So I got to this date, I guess, because it says, and the glory of Yahweh abode upon Mount Sinai, and the cloud covered it 6 days. And the seventh day he called Moses out of the midst of the cloud. And in the sight of the glory of Elohim was okay. So I guess after What day do you think that that starts on? The glory of Yahuwah abode upon Mount Sinai and covered it 6 days.
That would have ended to me on 321, and he called to Moses on 322.
Okay, so that's where I do have it on day 322, Exodus 24:16.
Yeah, that would make sense. Day after Sabbath, he would have
Yeah.
put him up.
Yeah, he made him rest his butt there till Sabbath was over.
Okay.
And
Okay.
he wouldn't have called him up there during the night,
All
so
right.
he waited until the next day.
And then and that's all I have until 4-1.
Okay.
So go ahead, Mitzi. What do you got?
Oh, I didn't have the scripture, but Joseph born 4-1, mouths of animals shut. You already told us that,
Yep.
but I had Jubilees 16:1. This is from last night. Jubilees 3:32. And that's all I had for 4-1.
It's Jubilees 3:28 is the mouths closed for the animals.
Okay.
And then I also have Jubilees 5:29. Let me look up this reference. I have Jubilees 40. Okay, can someone look up Jubilees 45 while I look up this other reference?
Jubilee is 45, what?
I don't know. I think probably just maybe one.
Okay.
Oh, okay, guys. Um, I have numbers 1010, but this goes numbers 1010 goes with every new moon because it is in the day of your gladness and the day in your solemn days and the beginnings of your month, ye shall blow the trumpet over your burnt offerings and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings, that they may be to you for a memorial before Elohim. And I am Yahuwah, your Elohim.
And Jubilee's 45 1, yes. It is the first day of the fourth month.
Okay.
I kind of feel like there's something else too. Didn't we figure something else in Samuel?
4-1.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Where
Well,
Yep.
yeah, wasn't that when David was missing from Saul's
Yes. He
table?
was missing from the table.
Was that 1 Samuel 20-ish?
Let's take a peeky poo. Yes. Okay, so that would be First Samuel chapter 20, verse 5. And David said to Jonathan, see, tomorrow is the new month, and I ought to sit with the sovereign to eat, but let me go, and I shall hide in the field until the third day at evening, which would have been the sixth day. And we also have that in First Samuel chapter 20, verse 12. And we also have it again in verse 18.
How do you know it's the fourth month though?
Well, in verse 18, wouldn't that be on the day before? Because it says tomorrow is the new moon.
Yeah, that is the first day of the fourth month. That's where we're at.
Well, I'm just saying verse 18, if he's saying tomorrow is the new moon, it would be the day before.
Oh, they are on the day before, right?
Right, right,
So I
right.
guess you could also say that,
Right, right, right.
right?
Tomorrow is
So
new moon. I guess you could do put it on
yeah,
both places.
yeah, we could. This could be 3:31 and 4:1 because this is occurring on the current and will be on the morrow. So
Is it
3:31 and
is there
4:1.
an address for the fourth month that says that all this is happening in the fourth month? Is that in Samuel?
It's
No,
the
but the
summer
reason,
solstice.
Yeah,
yeah,
that bow.
yeah, yep, the bow. That's how we figured that it was, and the arrows,
Oh,
because
okay, thank
the
you.
arrows, when they were shot, they went a distance because the shadow was very short.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. And that's how we figured out that it was the summer solstice. And then in chapter 21, we know that it's the fourth day of the fourth month because it's a Sabbath, and the priests have just laid out their bread, and David and his company are eating the old bread that was there.
Well, let's put that for 4-4.
Yep, exactly.
Yep. So
Or
that would be First Samuel chapter 21, verses 3 through 6. But there is a portion here where there is a conversation between Shaul and Jonathan because he noticed that he wasn't there. So in verse 25, okay, in verse 24, and David hid in the field, and when the new month came, which is 1/4, the sovereign sat down to by the food to eat. So that's also 24. Verse 24 is also in regards to 4:1.
oh, right. Or one.
Right,
That's 20 First Samuel 20 verse 24.
right. And then in First Samuel chapter 20, verse 27, this is the second day of the fourth month because he noticed that Dewi was not there. So,
Right.
so 4:2 is 1 Samuel 20, verse 27.
Very good. So we've made it up to where we covered yesterday. Right?
Oh,
Oh, and also verse 34 in chapter 20 of First Samuel
Is for which date?
is for the second day.
34, you said?
Yes, that's when a spear is hurled at him. And then in verse 35, now it's the next morning. So this would be 4:3. That would be 1 Samuel chapter 20, verse 35. That's on the third day.
Very good. Yep.
And I would say verse 35 through 41. But I would, no, 42. And that's when we notice the summer solstice, and also that's when the sun departs and starts making
Back
this trek.
south.
Yeah, yeah. And then in verse 21 or chapter 21, so this is 4:4. This is 1 Samuel chapter 21, verses 3 through 6. This is where David goes to the priest and he takes their loaves of bread, the old loaves, after they have replaced it with the new showbread.
A Sabbath.
And that's the Sabbath, fourth day.
Wow.
See how it fits? It is so cool.
It is amazing.
And I tried to show this to another group, and they could not see it.
Yeah.
They could not see it. They kept accusing us of doing it wrong.
Who's us? Oh, all of us.
Our group.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Our astrologers.
Yeah.
Okay, the birth of Joseph was Jubilees 28-24.
Ooh, thank you.
Welcome.
28, 24. And that was on which day?
4-1.
Thank you. Jubilee, I'm sorry, 4-1, Jubilees 28, 24.
And then, of course, we get into the 4:15, July 4th, golden calf. 4:24, Moses breaks the Ten Commandments. That's when he returns.
Wait,
Then I,
sorry, Mincy, keep going.
oh, that's okay. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, all right, so the next date we have is 4-5, right?
Yes, Ezekiel 1:1, 2:3, and then Ezekiel 4:4.
Ezekiel 4:4. And then I have 8:1. I think it's of Ezekiel.
Ezekiel 8:1.
Yeah, I actually have. I better look this up. I'm thinking that I meant to write chapter 8:1, but let me look it up and see what it says.
It's the 5th day of the 6th month. So that would not be the right one.
Okay, so that Ezekiel
8:1 is the 6th month,
6.
actually. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and then
Oh, I'm sorry. Ezekiel 4:4 went with the 12th day of the 4th month.
hold on. Wait, can you repeat that when I get down there? I just wanted to go.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's okay. I have for 4-6 Jubilees 28, 24 with a question mark next to it. Do you want me to look it up? Or should we just like plow through and then look these up later?
I'll be right back.
Okay, so that was for 4-6, Mitzi. What was the next date that were you talking about what was the next date that you had.
Okay, we had remember we were talking about 4:9 in Second Kings 25 verse 3, and
Yes.
that applies to 4:9 of 2027.
Yes.
Famine will be severe, right?
Right.
Because Tyre slash New York City's destroyed 1/1/27. So by 4/9 of 2027, famine will be severe.
Uh, I also have Jeremiah 39:2 and 52:6.
Okay. 39. 39:2 in the 11th year of Zedekiah, in the fourth month, on the ninth day of the month, the city was penetrated. So that sounds like Jerusalem. So in the 11th year, again, that is 2027,
Okay.
right?
Oh, sorry. Keep going.
I just said, so that's the 11th year. That corresponds to 2027.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then 52:6, I wonder what that is.
Okay, I'll look. Let's see. 52, 6. And that is by the fourth month, on the ninth day of the month, the famine had become so severe in the city, there was no food for the people of the land. So the same thing that Second Kings. Do you see how this is aligning perfectly with,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, 10:10, and all the events starting with World War III, and then it keeps getting worse.
Okay.
There's your horseman, the red horse, the black horse, the pale horse, but you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. So back to so in my other calendar here, you know how I read chapter 8, verse 1, and you said that that had to do with the sixth month? I have in my notes here in this calendar that towards for the tribes, 12 minutes into his teaching on Ezekiel and the revelation of the 13 scrolls, suggests that the date is wrong there. And I would have to rewatch it in order to see what I think about his teachings now on anything pertaining to Ezekiel. But that is the reason why I had that there.
You know what? What's happening with him lately?
I don't know. I
He's,
know,
yeah,
I know we disagree with a lot. So that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. Like I'd have to revisit his teaching on that.
yeah. And his son came on there and made some statements like he was having some severe
He's
issues.
back. He's back.
Okay, okay. It seems like he was going further and further off the ledge to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think he said he had a heart attack.
Wow.
I know he was not vaccinated.
Yeah, that's the first place my mind goes.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it came to pass in the sixth year, okay, so remember we kind of thought that too, because the 6 year is 2022.
Where are you at? I'm sorry.
Ezekiel 8:1.
Oh, okay. In the sixth year. Okay.
Is that what you were talking about? He thought that date was wrong.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. I have to take a call for my daughter real quick.
No problem. Yeah, we kind of didn't know what to do with that number. Although Yeah. Are y'all getting tired or is it just me?
Just you.
Is
No,
it?
I'm getting tired.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, you want to take a pause, and I'll try to pull all my notes from the calendars, put them all in one place, so at least I can just rattle these off a little bit faster. And I'll research these dates too more before we revisit this. Just to confirm that these dates I think are still falling in the right spots too. I don't want to be wasting time giving you guys wrong information.
Well, the last place I left off at was 4/6.
Okay. All right. So we can pick
Okay.
up at month
Yeah.
4 just like we did this time. Again.
Yeah, and now we need to start paying attention to put in the prophetic stuff now because this is when Ezekiel starts up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we still didn't cover the 390.
Oh, okay. So,
I was like biting at the bit, like we're so close, we're gonna hit that 390 now.
okay. So hold up. Okay. The 390 is actually the 490. Okay. It's actually 490. I don't know what was going on in my brain, but for some reason um I had 390 and 490 mixed up. Okay. This still works. But I noticed that when I counted to 490 from the time of the first day of the 11th month, it ended on the 6th day of the first month, literally. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's happening here? Because on the 7th day, the day after, Yah is looking at Egypt. America has just fallen. Now he's looking at Egypt on the 7th day. And that, I'll get that for you. Okay, so the 6th day of the first month is Ezekiel 26, 1 through 21. And I've also got with it Revelation 18, 1 through 24. And I've also got Jeremiah 51.
What
Now,
was the revelation address again, please?
chapter 18, verses 1 through 24, because I believe that is the destruction of America. I don't think the whole chapter really is all about America, but I think it's the first few trumpets or bowls. Like I can't remember which one, but I'm looking at Revelation when I'm reading it, and I'm thinking, you know what? This sounds like the destruction of New York and the ship harbors and all of that. And when I got to Ezekiel chapter 30, verse 20, this is in the same year. Yah is eyeballing Egypt the day after. And I
So
was
just to
like,
verify, you're in month 1, year 11. Is that
I
right?
am,
Is that where we
yeah,
are? Okay,
2020,
I'm on that
yeah,
one.
2027. Yep. Because we know that America is supposed to go down between the 1st of Abib, now the 6th of Abib. And I was reading that and I was like, oh my gosh, the 400, oh shoot, sorry you guys, I have messed up again. The 430th day, I see what I've done. And I don't know okay, so 430 does matter. My brain, I don't know what's going on with it. So it's 430. It is right. The 390 and the 430. It is right. On the 430th day, because when looking at Ezekiel chapter 4, verses 5 and 9, I believe, you've got the 390 days plus the 40 days. All right. So the 430th day lands on the 6th of March, or the 6th of the first month. And when I counted it back, okay, for day 430 is on the 6th day of the first month. I counted it back 390 days. And before that was day 40 of Israel's count. And that was on, let's see, I got to go back here. That was on February 27th, 2025.
Ooh,
Or
do you
on
see
the,
that's the 10/10, but it would be the 28th. Do you see how close that is?
yeah.
Hold it. Are you saying that 390 is correct?
No, okay, now I'm going to tell you right now, the number matters. Okay.
Okay.
The number matters. 150 is still spot on. Okay. It is still on.
Okay.
The 390, and this blew my mind. Okay. Because I'm just sitting there and I'm just doing my work on the calendar. Da 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 da. I gotta close this out. And I was putting in the numbers from, I was counting, and when I got to 430, and it landed on, or yeah, it landed on the 6th of the first month. I sat back and I was like, 430? Okay, what's up with that? So I counted back 390 days from the 6th, and I ended up on the 12th day of the 12th month. And that would have been February 28th. But the 40th day was the day before, on the 11th of the 12th month. And I thought, okay, I know that there's something that's going on here. But when I went back and I looked at Ezekiel, it's about the destruction of the United States between the 1st of Abib and the 7th of the first month. The 390th day landed on the 6th day of the first month. And I was like, is that when it's going to happen? Because next thing I know, when I'm reading because I was reading Ezekiel again, when I was reading um, chapter 30, verse 1, I think that's what it was. I noticed it was the day after the going down of the United States. The United States goes down within that time frame between the 1st of Abib and the 6th of the first month, between those 6 days. And what popped into my brain also was that Yahushua said, pray that your flight does not happen on the Sabbath. So looking at now, think about where the Sabbath would be for the people using the calendar the wrong way.
And especially if it was sundown to sundown.
Yeah, I don't have 2027 on here. You're talking 2027, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
2027. And That would be the first day of the year for 2027 is on a
Has to be
Sunday.
is a
I have
Sunday.
it. Is it helpful for me to share screen if you want to look?
Yeah,
That would be
yeah, that'd be
helpful.
great.
That would be hugely helpful.
Hang on. Hold, please.
Sounds like an
And
operator.
Yeah,
Christina,
no,
does this also include, it includes Egypt getting sacked, right? On the second day of the first month. And then Purim begins on that second day at sunset and ends on the third day at sunset in that year. This is crazy.
All right, so tell me where you want me to go, Christina.
Okay, so we're going to go to 2027,
first month.
first month. And if you guys looked at your own calendars and your own count, you would see that day 430 ends on the 6th. It ends, yes, that's day 430. And if you count back 390 days, it goes to,
Hold on, wait 1 second. I'm sorry.
Yeah, start over and say it slow because I got notes all over the place. I can't read.
All right,
all
so
right.
that's day 430. Okay, that's what I have. I actually have this on my calendar already.
Oh,
I'm gonna
$4.30.
good.
highlight it in green.
Yay. Okay.
4:30 is 1/6/2027.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you
All
said if
right.
you count back 390,
Yep.
right?
It goes to in 2025, it goes to month 12 or February 28th.
Hold on. All right, sorry. Okay, so if I count back 1/6/27, I get to what date?
You should be at February 28th
February
Which is what
25.
date on
In the
y'all's
10th year.
calendar?
in 2025.
February.
Okay, and what is that on
That
y'all's?
11/2 on y'all's
That
calendar?
would be
12,
the
12,
12 12. Yeah, 12
12,
12.
12.
Mm-hmm.
12, 12, 25.
Sure. Okay.
Yep.
No, 25.
Yep.
All right, let me go there. Hold on. 12/12/2025.
Or would it be
Oh, I don't
20?
have 2025 on my, I only have 26. Sorry. Hold
Okay,
on,
now,
I can bring it up. I can bring it up. Give me one
okay.
second.
Are we sure it's not 2026?
Nope.
Nope. Oh,
No.
Hold
It is not. I
Okay.
believe me, because when you count back,
Yes, you are right. Because yeah. Okay,
yeah,
I
say
gotcha. Count
390
back
days.
390. You're at 12, 12, 25. Okay, so what is 12, 12, 25? What's that significance?
well, I've got Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 9.
Oh, hold on.
4 verse 9.
Wait,
Right.
how did I share screen last time? Oh, here we go.
What was that address again? Ezekiel what?
4 9.
Thank you.
So Ezekiel 4 9. And that's where we see 390 days.
Wait, you said what is the date?
12, 12,
12
25.
12 25. Yeah. And
That's
that would be day 41.
And it's February 28th, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
that's February 28th of 2026.
it's actually 2025, but
It's
2025
Yah's
on
year is
Yah's
what she's
calendar.
saying. She's saying Yah's 2025, but you're right. It is February 2026.
Yeah.
You're right, Carolyn.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, we could also add on here Ezekiel 4 5, because why? Yah mentions it twice. He has a witness, right? So, so we've got 390 twice. And when he says something twice, it means look at it, right? Two or more times, look at it. And so when I counted back, I realized, okay, I counted backwards, I landed on the 12th, and then the 40 days, which would have been, sorry,
Christina, I'm so sorry to interrupt you because I was pulling this up. So we counted back
we counted back from the 6th.
from the 6th.
Yep, the 6th day of the first month in 2027. And we counted back 390 days
Thank
and
you.
we landed on 12/12 of Yah's calendar. So if you were to count 40 days from the first day or from, yeah, how we were counting it from when Moshe was speaking his thing, the 40th day lands on the 11th. And
The 11th of what?
the 11th of the 12th month.
And that's y'all's calendar.
That's Yah's calendar, right? And I've got Ezekiel 4:6, and that's 40 days. And so I counted again, 390 days, starting with day 41. Obviously, I made it to day 430 in 2027, which was the 6th day of
The first month.
the first month. And this was obviously 5 days after the first day of Abib. And I looked at that because it seems to me that there's a window frame between the first day of 2027 and the 6th day of 2027 that America is going down. And what Yeshua says, I don't remember which book, but he says, pray that your flight does not occur on the Sabbath or in winter. So, in whichever calendar, the wrong calendar the people are on, they could actually be on their Sabbath when it happens. And we know that our Sabbath is going to be on a Sunday in year 2027.
Mm.
Is it?
Isn't it on a Wednesday?
No, I don't think for 2027.
It's
So
on a
it's,
Wednesday.
it'll be
Wednesday.
Tuesday.
Oh, Wednesday, right. Sorry. Let me look.
Well, 2026 Tuesday. So
That's
2027
right. So it'll be
Sorry, guys.
Wednesday.
I'm the one. Oh, it is Wednesday, duh.
We're all tired. I'm like, wait, I'm like, this
Our
is
first,
way too late to be doing this, but I'm trying. So can we just back up for a second? Where am I putting the verse Ezekiel 40 verse 6? What date does that go on?
Nowhere.
no, nowhere, because that's
What? Are you serious? Where did I what?
Ezekiel 4:6.
4 6? Where does that go?
that goes on the 11th day of the 12th month.
Oh, that's where I had it, but I just had it 40. Ezekiel
Right.
4 6. Okay, good.
Right. And then on the next day, on the 12th day, you're going to have Ezekiel 4:5 and Ezekiel 4:9
Ezekiel
because
4.
390 is mentioned twice.
Well,
And
help me out. I thought we decided that 390 was really.
or 430. Sorry, 430. Well, okay, so 390, no. There's a reason. Okay, there's a reason why it is in scripture. Okay. 390 is landing 40 days after Jerusalem, right? Or Yehuda, right? Yehuda's punishment. It struck me as I was counting the days from the Daniel 13:35, 430 days into the count, I realized it's in the year 2027 when America goes down in the first month, just after the year starts. There's a window
I
between,
gotcha. But
yeah,
you don't think he actually laid on his side for,
no, I
okay,
don't.
okay.
But that number 390
Is in there for a reason.
is there for a reason. And it
Okay.
struck me because the day after the count of 390, Yah is eyeballing Egypt. And we see
Yeah.
that in chapter 30. Um, I gotta go look at that again. Chapter 30, verse 1, I think.
Yeah, that's what I wrote down, Ezekiel 31.
Okay, so let's go read it because I was just blown away. He just destroyed America. It's gone. Now I'm going to set my sights on the next place I'm going to take out.
Well, that would make sense. I mean, in previous studies, we saw that New York most likely was going to be destroyed on the first day of the first month of 2027.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That
And
that
then,
Egypt thing is in Ezekiel 30 verse 20.
Yep.
okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's where it starts.
Yes. Yep. And it came to be in the 11th year, in the first month, on the 7th of the new month, that the word of Yahuwah came to me. And I was blown away when I saw that.
Right. And so we believe that that is the day after the destruction that ended on the 6th, 1/6.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, question though. I talked, you were bringing up pray that your flight is not in the winter or the Sabbath.
Mm-hmm.
So, when that scripture's given, do you think it has to do with Revelation 12, where the woman is taken to her place for a time's time and half a time?
No, because that happened earlier.
I know it. So are you talking about maybe the physical Israelites being fleeing
The
this time?
rest of them, I think well, um, now I can't remember what I was thinking. Um,
Well, I mean, let's face it, whether you're a bride or whether Yah's chosen you to live physically into the millennium, I
mhm,
mean, so personally, I think the woman being protected for a time's time and half a time is bride material there.
right,
Not the physical folks won't be protected, but they're they're gonna have to haul out, you're right, or
right,
move or somehow. When this nation goes down, I'm thinking they're coming out before that.
right. And that could be, but my mind hasn't gone there because I haven't found, I mean, other than the Revelation 12, I haven't seen any other instance of the escape, with the
You
exception
know what
of
you mentioned though,
the,
Christina, when we were talking, you mentioned month 11,
mhm,
when Moses
Moshe.
gives his last Torah speech, that he recites, it's like the last chance, right?
Yeah,
And that's
Right.
month 11, day 1, right?
So
yeah.
if that is the time frame,
Well,
then
no, I don't think it's a time frame. I think that you were just saying that this is going to kick it off. This is the last chance.
it is right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you were able to count it and make sense of this last chance by bringing it to the first day of the first month in year, um the next year, the next month, right? Well, you went to 11, 12. Anyway, I don't know, but I was so excited to tell to when we were talking about this yesterday, I was like,
Right.
she did this and it just made all this sense to me, but my notes just were terrible.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Because, like I said, what came to my mind when I was doing all this counting was pray that your flight does not happen on the Sabbath or in winter. And um, I guess depending on whatever calendar you're on, um, I don't know. Uh, just pray that that you're not there.
One
That's
thing that I thought was amazing that when you came up with these numbers and you came up with the 6th day on the first month, that's on a Friday. And that is the
oh,
lunar
that it is.
Sabbath.
That's their Sabbath, right? That is
I
their
was just
Sabbath.
blown away by all this stuff. So yeah, my head exploded.
So,
And then to know Purim is on it. It begins on the March 22nd and ends the evening of March 23rd, which is the second day and third day of that first month. And wow.
if and the thing is too is if the other people are looking at, let me see. That means that the 25th in 2027 is going to be their first day of um, the first day of the year. So technically, I don't know, would that be well, it's after their springtime. But see, that would be their Sabbath, right? If
It would be
they
Wednesday,
obey the
right?
Dead Sea Scrolls.
It
Right.
would be
But that's
Wednesday.
Can we move
Wow.
the calendar to that?
That's our
Okay,
Sabbath. That's
hang on.
crazy.
yeah, that would be their Sabbath if they actually took the first day of Abib or the first day of the first month and celebrated it like we do, as a Shabbat,
Oh,
right?
they would have a Sabbath too.
Yep, they
Wow.
would have a Sabbath, and that would be on the fifth day.
Where do you want me to go? I'm sorry. I'm 20,
You're
27.
you're at 2027, yeah.
So, and that's their first day. That would be their Sabbath, but really, we've already done it, and it's
Oh, the 24th, I think. The 24th, I think, would be theirs, or would it be no, it would
I'm
be the
looking at it would be
24th.
on Saturday,
right.
right?
That would
Friday or Saturday.
Right, but I'm thinking about the first day of the year for them.
Oh,
That would be
Wednesday.
a Sabbath.
would
Yeah,
be
it
right.
would be the 24th. That would be
Yeah.
their Sabbath.
Wow. So, and then the Jews, the squatters, their Sabbath would
Yeah.
be that following Friday. I mean, oh my God.
And really, we should put the moons in there.
Because the calendar.
You need to hop on.
Okay, you're laughing, not crying. That's good. I was like, why are you crying? I just,
All right, I'm delirious.
somebody's tired. Okay, it's
No,
time.
we can keep going. I'm just getting tickled.
What?
Sorry.
All I can say is
I got dates flying. I'm sorry. Oh man. So, question. So, do you think we're fleeing before the tribulation or before the US goes down? This is a
you know, I would think it would have to be before. It would have to be
Bef- Before the tribulation.
Before the tribulation.
I think so too, because that scripture is in Matthew 24, and the context is when
Yeah,
you see the abomination and desolation.
right,
However, I do think some folks that have been marked or he's calling out have repented are going to have to get out before this, and he'll make a way for them.
right. And
And I
I'm
think
on
that scripture is
that.
going to apply to them too. However, I think a lot of them may not know the true Sabbath like we do.
Right, and that's the thing. Uh,
Yeah.
So, am I wrong? Is it tribulation in year 10, month 1, day 15?
Yeah.
So, well, what am I
Of
worried about?
2026. No, no, I know. I was just, well,
What
I
I
was
guess it's
worried
more
if
like, what am
we're
I
still
worried
here
about then?
staring at each other.
I'm sorry. The whole thing intrigues me. I mean, when Christina starts counting and ends up in these spots, and I'm just like, my head just explodes. It's so cool. I
No.
so it's like a mystery and
Yes.
a really good book.
But we're
Well, it
still
is a
married.
good book.
well, all I know is when I started counting and I was like, oh, wait a minute. What is that? Wait, that's 4:30. And that's on the
Yeah, that does all make sense, Christina, and it lines up with what, excuse me, with what Ezekiel says.
right.
Definitely.
And the number 390, we were supposed to look at it, right? But it's not Ezekiel laying on his side for
Right,
390 days.
right.
It was 150. That's why Noah is in there. That's why we've got Daniel. That's why we got Job. There are
And yeah,
different aspects of the there are different aspects of the event that we're supposed to be looking at. It's not just the laying on his side. And you know what? That's something I can't figure out why none of the other ministries have been able to figure out that they need to be looking at the Mazaroth and also looking at Noah.
same reason they don't look at Enoch because they think it's astrology.
Right.
They've been scared off Enoch. They've been scared. Yeah, same
Yeah.
reason.
So anyway, that
Sorry, I just got
no,
I got my tickle bone tickled.
hey, no worries. It's just mind blowing to me to see this stuff
Oh
and
yeah, it is.
realize how close we are. You know what I mean? I mean, we're close.
Yep.
So,
Secretly close.
mhm. And what's funny is the 390th day, if you count straight the from Moshe's last speech, that lands on February 13th, 2026, or 2027 on the Gregorian. That's February 13th. And that would be Ezekiel 27, 1 through 36. And you want to know what's really amazing about that? That's the 27th day of the 12th month. So you've got Ezekiel chapter 27 falling on the 27th day of the 12th month
In 2025.
in 2026. Okay, there you go. Wait a minute. No, no,
That's
no.
of March.
Wait a minute. You're in the, sorry, 11th month.
Oh,
Sorry. It's 11th month. So on the 11th month, on February 13th, the 27th day, we've got Ezekiel chapter 27. that is no coincidence.
Coincidence.
No. Yeah.
Whoo-wee.
So we're looking at 11/13, January 30th.
We're looking at, yeah. Oh no, February 13th. February 13th down here on the bottom. That's the 27th day.
Okay.
And that matches up with Ezekiel 27. So things are fixing to move.
So that's February 13, 2027.
Correct.
26.
And being the
You're being naughty.
11/27 for 2025 or 6.
She's got it
Right.
right. Okay.
She needs to leave. Don't throw up your
Okay, that's better.
And then 40 days later, now it's on the 20 or March 26th or the 6th day of the first month. So I mean I was looking at numbers like you wouldn't believe. And it's yeah. So yeah, it's something.
Okay, y'all. You ready to sign off? This is why I don't drink.
I was ready to sign off before Christina started talking about her account. I was too tired. But
I may
I
have to.
tried my best to keep up, but
That's all right. I'll probably have to do it again next time we do this.
Probably
And
will.
maybe I'll even have a clearer head. I'm getting tired myself and I'm feeling like I need a nap.
well,
Woo-wee.
thank you, everyone.
Yeah, we'll be chatting when we'll do another one.